and about in Ireland every Thursday at 9 p.m. on Sky 191 and Freesat 400. Log on to irishtv.ie and watch hundreds of great TV features from every county in Ireland. Keep up to date with the local news and sport, or find out what's happening on the entertainment, business and tourism scene in your native county. You can also read the weekly Irish TV blog, register for our weekly newsletter, or download one of our radio podcasts. We also have loads of great prizes on our jam-packed Facebook and Twitter pages. That's irishtv.ie, local stories for a global audience.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Out and About in Ireland on Irish TV. Well, this week I'm in County Limerick for a very, very important global forum. It's the Silicon Valley Technology Forum, of course, organised by the ITLG, the Irish Technology Leadership Group, and so many of the world business leaders, IT experts and investors and entrepreneurs are here for a two-day seminar. We'll be catching up with loads of them over the next hour. We're going to catch up with Malachy, hopefully up in Ulster, and we've some lovely features from right around the country as well. As we always say, all you have to do is sit back and relax as we take you out and about in Limerick this week. Isn't it great to see such enthusiasm and so many business leaders from right across the globe here in Ireland for this special technology forum? Well, the man beside me knows a thing or two about it. It's John Hartnett, the founder and CEO of the Irish Technology Leadership Group. John, give us a little bit of background first on the group and how it all started.
Yeah, the Irish Technology Leadership Group, we founded it in 2007. I've lived in Silicon Valley for the last 15 years, and the Irish brand is huge in the United States. I mean, there's a lot of people that love being Irish, and in fact, there's 43 million Irish Americans. And there's a lot of cultural networks, but there was no real business network, or there was no real technology network. And when I was in Silicon Valley, I saw countries like Israel and India and China, all very good at this. And yet, what's the best thing we're all good at in Ireland is actually communicating and socializing, etc. So I decided to set it up, and we set it up in 2007. I got a number of the key execs that I knew. Niall O'Connor was Chief Information Officer at Apple, Barry O'Sullivan, Senior Vice President at Cisco, Rory McInerney, Vice President of R&D at Intel, people like that. And from there, we've grown it close to probably about 8,000 executives. And, obviously there was a Silicon Valley focus and obviously a US and Irish focus, but, we've got people pretty much all over the world. And it's pretty amazing when you kind of put the Irish flag out there, how many people respond. And that's a credit to Ireland, I guess,
And what's your own background, John? People will say, well, where's his Irish connection and what's his business focus?
Yeah, my own background, obviously I was born in Ireland and born in Limerick actually here. And I've worked in technology all my life, and I was fortunate to work in technology companies, US technology companies that were based here in Ireland originally. So I'd worked with Claris, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Apple. I'd worked with Digital Equipment, which would obviously been a big name once upon a time. And originally in Wang in Limerick, which employed about 800 people in Limerick back in the 80s. I then moved over to the US. I worked with Palm, or PAM as they say over here. It took me a while to go to Palm when I moved over to the States, which was really the Palm Pilot, and then we invented the smartphone. I spent 8 years there. We took it from basically a startup company like Handspring, which was part of the company, to being a $2.5 billion company. So I was responsible for that. I ran all the operations, all sales, etc. worldwide, and built all the relationships, there. So obviously during my tenure in the United States, I would have obviously had a lot of Irish, entrepreneurs, the likes of Enterprise Ireland and people like that have come to me and asked me for help, and that's how it kind of happened. And then, one of the kind of I guess the softer side of things is when you're living in the US and you're living outside of Ireland, you start to appreciate what Ireland is really about, and you kind of feel proud about being Irish. When I'm in Ireland, the first question people will, or when I'm in the US, question people ask me is, where are you from, or what, and you're very proud to say you're Irish, And then the great thing, what I love is, talking away and suddenly say, oh, you're from Ireland, from some US person. So there's a very big, rich experience there.
Irish TV is all about connecting that global diaspora using modern digital technology and reaching into the homes of those people. Is enough being done to entice those business leaders, communicators and entrepreneurs back? Should there be more incentives to get those to reinvest in Ireland or to support small SEMs here in the country?
Yeah, I think that there's definitely more that can be done, because just the awareness is not there. Our organisation is a great vehicle and a platform to be able to, for a young entrepreneur to be able to put themselves out there. So for example, we met 50 companies here yesterday. We're going to bring 12 of them over to the United States, over to Silicon Valley. We'll put them on a stage, and they're presenting to hundreds of people that are there in Silicon Valley. That kind of thing is obviously very valuable, for those companies. But I think we need to reach more out there in terms of really kind of getting out to the general population, and I think obviously what you're doing yourselves is a great vehicle to kind of get out there. The other thing I would say is, look, don't overplay the Irish card. Fundamentally, if you've got a great business, it doesn't matter whether you're Irish or not, a great idea, a great business, a great technology, investment will happen. So I think that you got to use your Irish card carefully, because we're not stupid either in terms of sitting over in the States, looking at something. You're going to invest in something that's going to be hot and very interesting, and that's just ultimately we can bring it to the table, but ultimately you're going to be the key player here.
A lot has been achieved by the Irish Technology Leadership Group. Where do you see it going, and what's the focus and goals for, we'll say, the next 2-3 years? What would you like to see happen, John?
Yeah, I mean, a big part of the goal originally was really, one, to create a great network and of powerful Irish American leaders. We've done that. The second thing is we wanted to engage in a discussion between Ireland and the United States on a very sophisticated way, in terms of talk about leadership, talk about technology, talk about investment. We're doing that today. The next thing is we wanted to invest. We created a venture fund 2.5 years ago. We've invested in 15 companies. We're making a practical difference, but at the same time we're bringing along major investors that are investing in companies. You saw Sean Cunningham today from Intel Capital. They're the largest investor in Ireland and one of the largest investors in the world. They invest 400 million. So people like that coming to the table here and seeing what's happening in Ireland is a big part of what we want to do. Going forward, I think Ireland has kind of turned the corner and is pointed in the right direction in terms of indigenous companies and companies starting to grow. Where we have a problem is we need to create big companies. There's no Facebook that's Irish in Ireland. There's no Google, there's no Intel. Those brands are there, but they're not Irish. So how do we create our own Intels, our own Googles, our own Nokias, or or whatever? That's the big challenge for the future, because that is real, wealth creation and job creation. That's not going to go anywhere, because it's going to be rock solid here, and that's our big mission really going forward.
John, well done. It has been a great success, and we're thrilled to be part of the dream.
Yeah.
We were in the White House 2 years ago with Antisha Kindy-Kinney, and President of America said, and we'll never forget it, it's our motto on Irish TV, dream big dreams. And he said you can achieve them if you believe them.
Absolutely. Obviously, dreams come true if you really think about them and make them happen. And for us, yesterday we had over 650 kids, from the age of 12 to 16. We want the reason that we're doing that is that we want those kids to believe and to dream big. And the energy that we had at Shannon Airport yesterday was absolutely second to none. In fact, I think it was probably our best event, ever. And it's really about young kids, because innovation is going to come from young kids. not old guys like me.
John, thank you so much. Isn't it great to see John Hartnett there, the founder and CEO of the Irish Technology Leadership Group. Now, Rory is talking to lots of the delegates outside. Let's catch up with him now.
Thanks, Pierce. Yes, it's great to be in UL today for the Silicon Valley Global Technology Forum. I'm here with great business leaders, entrepreneurs and investors who are looking to Ireland as a business opportunity. And I caught up with some of them a little earlier on.
Coder Dojo is dedicated to kids learning to get really good at programming computers. And I think most people don't realise that programming is a language skill, and the best programmers are like poets. They have that creativity and economy of expression. And that takes a lot of effort, and so you need kids to be passionate about it and learning it when they're really young. And one really important thing about Coder Dojo is it's real world meetings. It's not an online thing. Kids actually come together in free spaces and they hang out, because a lot of people have this idea that kids get very nerdy, and you can dispel that when they learn in a social environment.
Well, I think the Silicon Valley Summit is incredibly important to everything that's happening here in Ireland, because what it really does for those of us based out of the States is it shines a spotlight on what's happening here over in Ireland. And so it's through initiatives like this, and then other global corporations like Dell who are continuing to invest in Ireland, that really get people like us to look at what's really happening over there and how can we be part of it.
And you recently opened a new innovation centre here in Ireland. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
We did. Well, we actually on Friday announced the new Dell Centre for Entrepreneurs here in Ireland, and I'm thrilled about it because Ireland is actually only the third one that we've done. We launched it a year ago in the States, wanted to make sure that we had something that would work for entrepreneurs there. We launched in the UK in November, and then Ireland just on Friday. And it's an online and offline initiative to help entrepreneurs build and grow their businesses successfully.
Why Ireland? What makes Ireland so special for Dell to fund here and launch here?
I love the question, why Ireland? Because first of all, the easy answer would be because it's such a great place with great people. But the business answer of that, quite frankly, is that the density of what's happening here in Ireland in terms of the people who want to start businesses, the people who are trying to get the economy turned around, the people who want to create those businesses that create the jobs, there's a lot of passion and enthusiasm around that. And there is now an ecosystem that can support their success. So you've got the investment markets growing, the corporations and our involvement growing, you've got the policymakers focused on this, and so when you put all those pieces together, it creates a place that really gives entrepreneurs a pretty good chance of success.
Well, isn't it great to hear about the positivity and investment opportunities for companies here in UL today. We've got so much still to come on the programme, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Austin O'Malley Carpets and Furnishings in Westport, County Mayo will look after your home from beginning to end. All carpet ins half price, supplied and fitted. All furniture supplied and delivered free of charge. Plus we'll even dispose of your old beds at no extra cost. We also have an interior designer available at your request. So call to our showrooms today or visit austinomallyfurnishings.ie.
Baru Stoves, bringing industry back to Ireland where it belongs. All Baru stoves are 100% made in Ireland. Efficiencies of up to 83%, which are independently verified. Styles to suit every taste, from traditional to the ultra-contemporary. All stoves have air wash technology as standard to keep the glass clean. See our catalogue online at barustoves.ie or call to find your local stockist. Fire your desire with a Baru stove.
The Derrylahan in Louisburgh has reopened after 3 years with a wonderful new bistro offering casual, comfortable dining. John and his team produce mouth-watering meals using fresh, locally sourced ingredients on a daily basis. Why not drop in and treat yourself at the Derrylahan, Louisburgh, County Mayo.
Here at Irish TV, we have teamed up with the Mayo Cancer Support Association to bring you our 2014 charity calendar. The calendar features beautiful and inspiring images from all over Ireland. Calendars are priced at €5 and all proceeds go to Mayo Cancer Support. Buy your calendar now on irishtv.ie and support this worthy cause.
The Mayo Association of Manchester will hold its annual dinner dance on Saturday the 22nd of February at the Lancashire County Cricket Club, Old Trafford. The prestigious event will celebrate the achievements of the Manchester Mayo 2013 gathering. Live entertainment on the night provided by country music star Mick Flavin. For more information, contact Marcella Wilkinson or Patricia Gallagher on 0044 161 442 7145.
Don't make do with any old loft ladder, get a Styra folding attic stairs. We have a range of sizes or can custom build to a customer's specifications. The Styra is built to last and comes with a 10-year guarantee to back it up. Fully fitted by experts with over 30 years experience. All timber sourced from renewable forests in Europe and Canada. Call us today on 1850 639 639 or visit styra.com.
You're very welcome back to the programme. Isn't it great to see all the different sectors of the business community represented here at the Silicon Valley Technology Forum? Thrilled to be joined by Ronan O'Sullivan from CPL Recruitment. Ronan, what's it like out there in the business community, the business sector at the moment?
Piers, thanks very much. I've always said, and anytime I've spoken on this, recruitment is probably the best bellwether for the health and the state of an economy. Recruitment and staffing is always the first to see a slowdown when things aren't going so well, but we're also the first to see the pickup. And whereas a lot of people tend to read the news and see negative figures, they typically are historic, whereas we're actually seeing probably 3 to 6 months ahead. January so far this year, certainly from the office that I run for CPL in Galway, has been our most successful January in possibly 6 or 7 years. Really great impetus. There's a real confidence out there now. People are talking about hiring. People are talking about recruitment. They're talking about growing the business again. Something that probably over the last few years, it was more a case of survival. I think an optimism has come back, and we're seeing that reflected in the staffing.
And what sectors are you seeing growth in?
Predominantly the STEM. So science, technology, engineering. If we take a particular focus on the west of Ireland, in Galway you would have particularly medical devices, engineering, information technology. If we stretch as far then up to Mayo, we have again medical devices and engineering, seem to be growth sectors there as well. Within Limerick, where we are today, we see a lot of manufacturing. Again, a pharmaceutical company, Regeneron, have just announced for Limerick about 300 jobs. So the jobs themselves are really quite skilled technical jobs. That's where the growth is, but as that growth happens, that gives rise then to all the other jobs that are not, let's say, considered as skilled. Everyone can't be an engineer here. Everyone can't be a doctor. But the rising tide, I suppose, will lift all our boats, and we're starting to see that tide rise.
Thanks so much, Ronan. Ronan O'Sullivan from CPL Recruitment in County Galway. And as he did say, if you want good, reliable staff that are going to stay with you, well, you should certainly talk to them. Now, we're heading to Spain, of all places, for our next feature. And this forum is all about connecting with the global Irish diaspora. And in Seville, in Spain, they have a very, very proactive GAA club. And we sent along our reporter, David Padden, to find out more.
Seville's Olympic Stadium, where Michael Johnson famously broke the world 400-metre record, where Celtic narrowly lost the UEFA Cup final, but to Irish people in this city, it will always be the home of Aero Oak Seville, southern Spain's biggest GA club.
We were thinking about this myself and a couple of lads years back, but it never got off the ground. Back in 2009, I think it was, yeah. Paddy's Day, myself and Conor Guckian, who's now back in Ireland, had a wee chat on Paddy's Day, and and there was a couple of other Irish lads there as well. There was 4 or 5 of us sat down and we said we'd like to get it going. And it started, that was Paddy's Day on March 17, 2009. And we didn't play our first game till December, so it was a long process. We played against Marbella in a challenge game up here, and we played in our first tournaments, I think it was February the following year.
Pues conocí el fútbol gaélico porque soy aficionado al fútbol australiano desde que tenía 12 años y comencé a enterarme de este deporte en internet a raíz del fútbol australiano. Entonces, en el año 2011 empecé a jugar en un equipo de rugby en Granada, y cuando volví a Sevilla supe que, bueno, me enteré por internet que había un equipo en Sevilla y no dudé en apuntarme con ellos.
Very nice, very warm people, very quick to welcome you into their little groups and posses and stuff, so yeah, treat me very well.
Sí, es un poco complicado porque al tener una posición específica como la defensa, tienes que estar muy pendiente del balón, pero a la vez tienes que estar encima del atacante, y es muy difícil en comparación con el rugby seguir a los dos, tanto el balón como al delantero.
No, I think the style of play they've brought has been more akin to the bullfighting, the kind of stylish aggression.
Yeah, we got a call from, well, through one of the lads in the pubs here actually, from Seville FC. They were looking to market their Monday night games towards a foreign public to get more people into the stadium, and they decided to do an Irish night on, I think it was in January or February, I can't even remember now, and they wanted to do a half-time slot promoting the Irish culture, which luckily enough they counted on us to do a 5-minute spell showing the public the Gaelic football, and there was like 25,000 people at half-time watching the show, and we got on various newspapers and televisions back home, which was a great experience, to be quite honest.
Oh, mammy.
Food, of course. The food here is very good, but you like a bit of all bacon and cabbage now and again, wouldn't you?
Sloan go for August, Doña Irilat.
Now, one of the keynote speakers, and well, I don't know if it's a speaker or is she going to be debating part of the University Challenge, the Dragons taking on some of the students. Of course, it is Ramon Nicholas, the CEO of Cara Pharmacies. Ramon, great to see you here, and I suppose your thoughts first off on this event.
I was totally honoured, obviously, to be asked here. Barry asked me because obviously Barry's one of my good friends from Dragons Den, and technology, I think, is something that has really come to the forefront in business, and I think, you know, for someone to say, okay, technology, you know, I don't do technology, we don't move with everything. Technology is moving so quickly that if you don't move with it, your business is going to get left behind. And I think it's all about those businesses that make the effort to make sure that it's all about customer service. If I'd be really honest about it, it's customer service. People are going to return to those places that they do get the actual excellence in customer service, and that's what we try to do at Cara Pharmacy, is to provide that extra value, you know, and to focus on people and you know, our in-store performance, and obviously price, which is really, really important. But I do think that things, you know, we're through the worst of it, if that's, you know, to put it honestly, I think, my personal opinion.
People will obviously know you from Dragons Den. When it comes to investing yourself, do you invest in companies or invest in people?
Yeah, that's a difficult one. You have to click with the people, and it's the same with, you know, I tell this to reps sometimes ask me, you know, what's important. People buy people. So if someone comes in to, you know, to pitch something to me, you have to have the chemistry there. That person has to automatically, if someone comes into the room is really arrogant, start shooting off sale figures that are completely off the wall, and you know they're off the wall, you tune out straight away. For me, investing, I have to have the chemistry. You know, I have to get the real grip, I suppose, to the person. Their work ethic is really, really important to me. Where they see the future and what their vision is. Have they really, really thought out where the potential is for the business, and is there really a market for it, and that it's not niche-y, if that makes sense, so that it has a long-term future and it has a possibility to diversify. But definitely, you know, I would put the person front, because I think if you haven't got the attitude, even if you have the best idea in the world, and lots of people can have, and I've seen it happen, if you don't have the right attitude, if you're not going to be someone that's going to be able to take you know, I suppose kicks in the teeth, you know, just put it mildly, along the way, you know, you're never going to survive, so it's all about that.
And your business message for 2014 in one sentence?
Let's see. Dream big, believe, create it, and succeed.
Ramona, thank you so much. Absolutely brilliant. Ramona Nicholas, of course, the CEO of Cara Pharmacies, and one of the nicest dragons I have ever met. Let's head over to Rory, because she's not the only dragon here this afternoon.
If you want to excel, the younger you start, the better. You get more exposed to enterprise, you get lots of role models, and you learn the skills, and more importantly, I think, develop the attitudes. You know, such as confidence, action, risk-taking, solving problems, being able to go out and be an evangelist for your business idea, and obviously raise money to develop the business. That's what it's all about. Yesterday I sat in on 10 pitches from different companies which are emerging with great ideas in all sorts of technological areas, from digital health to media to big data. So, I mean, I think there's just so many opportunities. It's about not so much about the idea, but about finding the right team with the capacity and the skills and the drive to make it happen. And as we know, Irish people are tremendously entrepreneurial, so there are lots of them here today. So I'm looking forward to hear more pitches today. And I'm on a panel where the universities are pitching. I think is going to be interesting, and it's great to be here in the University of Limerick. And there seems to be a tremendous plan here for the future.
So the Silicon Valley Forum is all about looking to the future and entrepreneurship. And I'm joined now by three budding young entrepreneurs and media enthusiasts. Niall, Cormac and Miles from Riptide TV. Niall, first of all, can you tell me a little about your role here today and what you're doing?
We're filming the events and giving media coverage for Riptide Academy. And we've got a good few interviews with important people. We got one with Gavin Duffy, and it was quite a funny interview, and he told us some good stories about Dragon's Den.
Just a second ago there we interviewed the president, and he gave us some great feedback, and it was overall a really good interview, I think. He was just telling us about how, you know, the event today is, you know, really great, and it's going to help us all together. Okay
guys, thanks so much for joining us today, and hopefully we'll see you working with Irish TV again in the future. Now let's head back to Piers.
Great to see so many business leaders here from the Limerick City and indeed Limerick County. Maria Kelly is the CEO of Limerick Chamber. Maria, why Limerick? What's good about it, and why should people invest in this county?
Well, I think there's many reasons for that, and today's conference and what brought it together is a prime example of how all the major institutions, the state bodies, the third level sector and the private sector have come together to make this happen, which is the true essence of innovation, collaboration. That's a real big factor and a real strength in this region. But also there's all the other things we have going for us that potential investors are interested in. I mentioned the third level sector, great pool and continuous pool of graduates. We've got an international airport on our doorstep, infrastructure is superb. We're 2.5 to 3 hours away from everywhere in Ireland on a great road infrastructure, low cost base and a great quality of life living here.
Limerick is the gateway to the Midwest in so many ways, and of course you mentioned the access, the international access with the airport. How important is that global reach, especially for companies here in Limerick?
Our location and international access is hugely important. It's one of the top things a potential investor will look for. First of all, they try and see what kind of talent pool you have here and the availability of talent. Then they look at access. How can I get in and out of the region? We have an international airport and the road connectivity. We also have a deep sea port just out the road in Foynes. So if you're shipping cargo or you need to bring in shipments from Europe, that's hugely appealing, and it's one of the few deep sea ports in Europe that can do that.
And what is the mood like in the business community and in the business sector here in Limerick, Maria, because you're dealing with them on a daily basis?
Yeah, the mood is really starting to change. We felt it last year. I mean, they've been through 5 very, very tough years. The businesses that have survived, they're different to what they were 5 years ago. They're leaner, they're meaner, they're certainly more tuned in to opportunities. They've trimmed down their businesses and their cost base. But there's a real air of positivity and a real sense that things are turning and changing and things are going to start happening.
So much more coming up on the programme. Rory is busy out catching up with lots of the interesting delegates here at University of Limerick and the Silicon Valley Global Technology Forum. We'll be right back very, very shortly. Austin O'Malley Carpets and Furnishings in Westport, County Mayo will look after your home from beginning to end. All carpet ins half price, supplied and fitted. All furniture supplied and delivered free of charge. Plus we'll even dispose of your old beds at no extra cost. We also have an interior designer available at your request. So call to our showrooms today or visit austinomallyfurnishings.ie.
Baru Stoves, bringing industry back to Ireland where it belongs. All Baru stoves are 100% made in Ireland. Efficiencies of up to 83% which are independently verified. Styles to suit every taste, from traditional to the ultra-contemporary. All stoves have air wash technology and standard to keep the glass clean. See our catalogue online at barustoves.ie or call to find your local stockist. Fire your desire with a Baru stove.
The Derrylahan in Louisburgh has reopened after 3 years with a wonderful new bistro offering casual, comfortable dining. John and his team produce mouth-watering meals using fresh, locally sourced ingredients on a daily basis. Why not drop in and treat yourself at the Derrylahan, Louisburgh, County Mayo.
Here at Irish TV, we have teamed up with the Mayo Cancer Support Association to bring you our 2014 charity calendar. The calendar features beautiful and inspiring images from all over Ireland. Calendars are priced at €5 and all proceeds go to Mayo Cancer Support. Buy your calendar now on irishtv.ie and support this worthy cause.
The Mayo Association of Manchester will hold its annual dinner dance on Saturday the 22nd of February at the Lancashire County Cricket Club, Old Trafford. The prestigious event will celebrate the achievements of the Manchester Mayo 2013 gathering. Live entertainment on the night provided by country music star Mick Flavin. For more information, contact Marcella Wilkinson or Patricia Gallagher on 0044 161 442 7145.
Don't make do with any old loft ladder, get a Styra folding attic stairs. We have a range of sizes or can custom build to a customer's specifications. The Styra is built to last and comes with a 10-year guarantee to back it up. Fully fitted by experts with over 30 years experience. All timber sourced from renewable forests in Europe and Canada. Call us today on 1850 639 639 or visit styra.com.
You're very welcome back to the programme now. The special guest here at this global forum was on Tuthron Michael D. Higgins, and what a great reception he received here at UL.
One of the things that's most important in Ireland, one of the best resources that it has are intellectual resources, and particularly you have the largest number of young people in Europe under the age of 30 are in Ireland. And they're also the young people who are the most qualified. There's about 10 points of a difference between Ireland and the nearest country. So it's a very exciting time, but the important part of it is to be interested in everything, to be creative in what you do, in what you say, the way one's behaviour in relation to science and arts and so on. So it's about life.
How important is an event like this in establishing that link overseas?
Well, it'll just tell you how successful it is, because I've been meeting people that I met here for the third and fourth time. There's a huge interest when I visit New York, for example, or as I visited Boston. Next in the spring I'll be going to Chicago. I'll be giving some more lectures there. What more and more is that the wonderful people who come back to us is that they're coming again and again, and we meet them informally, and it's wonderful. It's very positive to everybody in every way.
We're going to head away from Limerick for just a little while and catch up with a little bit of music. Of course, we featured the legendary Matt Malloy from the Chieftains recently on Irish TV, and it got a wonderful, wonderful reaction. Great to meet so many of the entrepreneurs here at the Silicon Valley Technology Forum. And the man beside me, well, he is looking at the global market into tree metrics. How did that all come about? And tell us a little bit of the background to it.
Yeah, so I'm a forester, and there aren't many foresters in Ireland. It's a small industry. We've the smallest level of forestry in Europe per capita and per area. And I went to college in Dublin. A good friend of mine up there that I was in college with, Garrett Malooly, and myself, a Roscommon man. We started the company 10 years ago because we saw a gap in the market for better information on forests. So globally, the standard of measuring a tree is walking around the forest with a tape, and you put that around the tree, and you measure this one point in the tree, samples, and that's supposed to tell you what's in the contents of the forest. And we knew when we left college, went out and practiced as foresters, that there was a lot of mistakes being made, and the models and the calculations that you were doing didn't really kill out the way you were expecting. And therefore there was a lot of error and uncertainty in our world, and so we were the first couple of mad guys to ask the question, there has to be a better way than the old way. So over the last 10 years we finally have got our system working and proven in many countries around the world. So we've developed a new way to measure forests using satellite data and using scanners, 3D scanners, like 3D cameras on the ground. and we take that data and we help the forest owner to work out what's in there, what's it worth, what's the real value of it. So helping the buyer and the owner is what we do.
Have you competitors in the market? Because it sounds quite innovative.
Yeah, our biggest competitor is the old way, the tradition, and it's a fairly serious competitor because you know, there are people out there who don't want the change. They like the old world of the uncertainty and the risk. So yeah, we have significant competition, but thankfully we finally now have people who really want the information, the knowledge, and we're knocking that knowledge barrier down now. We're putting it all up on the web, so forest owners around the world can log on to our website, they can tell us where their forest is, and we'll help them to know what they have, what they really have, so that they're not making mistakes. And this was the big proposition. We know that when they follow our recipe, they will improve the yield, they'll better manage it, they'll reduce their costs and reduce waste.
I presume there is a huge market for this product in the Scandinavian countries and in Canada in particular.
Yeah, we're working there in Canada, but it's a global problem. Like, the world needs wood for shelter and for heat, and populations are growing. As we know, population is rising scarily to 7 billion now and beyond, and we know that demand for timber is going to double over the next 30 years. And where are we going to get that wood? Because we're not growing more forests pretty much. You know, in fact, we're putting actually even more pressure on the forest for food production, etc. So there's this huge challenge for the planet. How are we going to handle all this ever-increasing need for food and for resources, for wood, for shelter, for heat? And there has to be a better way. So it starts with better measurement.
Thanks a million, Indy Keane there from Tree Metrics. A very clever idea indeed. Let's head back to Rory. He has caught up with lots more of the delegates here at this global Silicon Valley Forum.
Joining us on Irish TV now is Wendy Hederman. Wendy, can you give us your thoughts on the forum here today?
It's been really interesting so far. Some great speakers, a great buzz in the air. You can see there's real energy and a real commitment to innovation happening in the Limerick and Shannon area. So I found it very interesting. I'm a tech lawyer. I work in a firm called Mason, Hayes and Kearns Solicitors, and we do a lot of work with technology companies, both big, US companies expanding into Europe, as well as Indigenous Irish companies, startup companies.
Very good. And who are you looking forward to seeing and speaking here today, or who's impressed you?
Well, I was very interested to hear Julie Sinanan, the CEO of Enterprise Ireland, because I think the support that Enterprise Ireland can give to emerging Irish tech companies is really important, not just money-wise, but the support and the systems and the networks. So that was interesting to hear. And also John Hartnett has been very interesting, who clearly is a big driver behind this event.
This is a very positive message that Limerick is sending out. It's a great coup for us to get the global technology leaders here today. They're from all over the world, specifically from Silicon Valley. And it's great that they are in Limerick to see what we can offer them in relation to invitation to start-up companies and to research and development in Limerick and globally overall. I think it's going to be great for the region. We have a lot to offer. We have an international airport on our doorstep, and this place can become a gateway for technology, no problem at all.
Hopefully it'll lead to some jobs and employment here in the area.
Well, it is, and we are starved at the moment, I suppose, for employment. And once you get somebody to anchor down here, there are shared services and everything that follow that. And that whether you're in technology or whether you're just delivering the food to serve the people that work here, it's all good for Limerick.
Oh, I think it's wonderful, actually, and there's great credit due to John Hartnett to have brought this to Limerick in conjunction with the LIT, UL and the City and County Councils, Chamber of Commerce and Shannon Airport. There are a number of stakeholders in it. So it's a wonderful opportunity. Yesterday we've had 600 students at a youth exhibition in Limerick, and it was mind-blowing to see all of the different innovative projects they had. So it's wonderful for Limerick. We're very, very pleased to have it.
Your thoughts on having the President here today?
I'm delighted because he's originally Limerick and has always acknowledged that. So I'm delighted that he's here to Limerick and with his wife. It's a great honour for us indeed.
So what is business life like here in Limerick today?
I think it's turning around a great deal. We've had a few fairly fallow years, but I think it is turning around. There are we've had a number of new industries over the last couple of months, and promises of more to come. And I'm sure this conference will be of enormous benefit to us.
Tell us a bit about the forum today and your thoughts on it.
Very good. It's great to hear guys like John Hartett and Craig Barrett talking about ITLG and how successful they've been over the last couple of years. And it's great to see so many Irish tech companies that are here that are looking to expand to the States and looking for guidance and leadership from the leaders in ITLG. And I'm looking forward now to the afternoon to listening to likes of Rick Moore now and John Ryan, and what ideas they can give to people here and what they have to do.
It's a great occasion, and it's great to see so many people coming together and getting insights from experts in the field.
Who are you impressed with, or who are you looking forward to seeing speaking?
Well, I'm impressed with all. So I have to say at this point I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
Yeah, and it's great for UL as well, and Limerick in general.
Absolutely, it's a great credit to them for having it here today.
Well, we've got so much still to come on the programme, and if you'd like to get in contact with us, you can drop us an email on info@irishtv.ie, or you can log on to Facebook @IrishTV, or on Twitter #IrishTV. We'll be right back after this short break.
Austin O'Malley Carpets and Furnishings in Westport, County Mayo will look after your home from beginning to end. All carpet ins half price, supplied and fitted. All furniture supplied and delivered free of charge. Plus we'll even dispose of your old beds at no extra cost. We also have an interior designer available at your request. So call to our showrooms today or visit austinO'MalleyFurnishings.ie.
Baru Stoves, bringing industry back to Ireland where it belongs. All Baru stoves are 100% made in Ireland. Efficiencies of up to 83%, which are independently verified. Styles to suit every taste, from traditional to the ultra-contemporary. All stoves have airwash technology as standard to keep the glass clean. See our catalogue online at barustoves.ie or call to find your local stockist. Fire your desire with a Baru stove.
The Derrylahan in Louisburgh has reopened after 3 years with a wonderful new bistro offering casual, comfortable dining. John and his team produce mouth-watering meals using fresh, locally sourced ingredients on a daily basis. Why not drop in and treat yourself at the Derrylahan, Louisburgh, County Mayo.
Here at Irish TV, we have teamed up with the Mayo Cancer Support Association to bring you our 2014 charity calendar. The calendar features beautiful and inspiring images from all over Ireland. Calendars are priced at €5 and all proceeds go to Mayo Cancer Support. Buy your calendar now on irishtv.ie and support this worthy cause.
The Mayo Association of Manchester will hold its annual dinner dance on Saturday the 22nd of February at the Lancashire County Cricket Club, Old Trafford. The prestigious event will celebrate the achievements of the Manchester Mayo 2013 gathering. Live entertainment on the night provided by country music star Mick Flavin. For more information, contact Marcella Wilkinson or Patricia Gallagher on 0044 161 442 7145.
Don't make do with any old loft ladder, get a Styra folding attic stairs. We have a range of sizes or can custom build to a customer's specifications. The Styra is built to last and comes with a 10-year guarantee to back it up. Fully fitted by experts with over 30 years experience. All timber sourced from renewable forests in Europe and Canada. Call us today on 1850 639 639 or visit styra.com.
Isn't it great to see so many people interested in the technologies of the future? And the man beside me, well, he's leading the way in 3D technology and 3D printing. It's IMCAR Technologies. Tell us a little bit about your own business venture.
Well, our business is 3D printing. We're the only people in the world that use paper technology. So we print out just ordinary office paper. It means several things. It means, first of all, it's far more affordable to print than any other 3D printing technology. We're about 20 times cheaper for white parts and 5 times cheaper for colour parts. It also means we're environmentally friendly. We can recycle all of our parts once they're complete, and we can also get really high colour resolution. We use 1 million plus colours with CYMK printing capabilities, so you can get some fantastic figurines printed, great models for things like engineering, prototyping, architectural pieces, mapping, and also for consumer use of people wanting to print out themselves.
So it's not traditional printing, it's not business cards or flyers, it's more bringing a whole 3D element to your product.
Yeah, it's bringing things to life out of the computer screen, and it benefits many technology forms. It includes like engineering, rapid prototyping, trying to get product to market a lot quicker, where people can sort of start something printing the next day they have a prototype in their hand for far cheaper than they would have in the past, where they would have had to send it out to machine shops to get prototypes made, or outsource that development.
Tell us a little bit about the background, how it all started. Was this the shed at the back of a house idea, and who's behind the venture?
Yeah, it's exactly what it was started with. It was two brothers or co-founders, Dr. Conor McCormack and Fintan McCormack, and they had this idea many years ago that they wanted to come up with a free method of 3D printing, that once you hit print it would be free. So we're trying to get as close as possible to that as we can. And it started off built in the front room. They were sending parts back and forth, and then they gave up their full-time jobs to work committed on the project, and they've brought then in 2010 they brought their first product to the market, which was just did white normal paper, and then just over 1 year ago we launched this new machine, the Iris machine, which is capable of the full colour, and it's really taking the market by storm. It's fantastic to see.
I presume education in the industry is important, because to get customers and clients to move to new technologies and new products like this, it takes a little bit of convincing.
Yeah, people at first are kind of like, what can I do? So it's great to get forums like this where people can come and they can see the technology in place, and at trade shows people can come and they can see what it can do, and educating people on how to use it best as well. So it's great that there's many different courses set up in universities. For example, here in Limerick they have a great product design course. There's also one in DIT and many other colleges where students get hands-on with the 3D printers and 3D design software, so they can kind of come up with ideas, and then they'll go out into industry and drive their bosses to invest in this sort of technology.
Well, we got to talk to Ramona a little bit earlier on. Now we've caught up with two of her colleagues on Dragons. And guys, great to see you here. First off, Sean, your thoughts on the importance of an event like this?
Oh, I just think networking events and learning events of all kinds are brilliant for creating the excitement and creating the opportunities for people to co-invest, collaborate. It's a great chance for Ireland to show off some of our great talent.
And technology is something that you're very keen to invest in as well.
That's right, we do it. We invest, we've got a $210 million fund. We're investing all the time in technology. Every single month we do several deals a month.
How important is it that you get the right people and the right company, or do you get the right people and try and build the company around it?
For me, there's the four fundamentals. You need the team, the product, the market opportunity, and you need some proof of customer traction, some customers that validate that the team is focused on the right problems.
Finally, Sean, for yourself, what advantages does Ireland have as a global IT economy and as a global IT hub?
Well, it is the only Euro-denominated English-speaking country. It's the only English-speaking country in the Eurozone, which is a big advantage, really. It has a tremendous concentration of technical talent, and it has the most accessible policy towards technical immigration. We allow some of the brightest and best people in the world to immigrate to Ireland. Ireland is not just an origin country where people are born from and go to places like the US or Canada or whatever. It's a place where people from all around the world want to come to create great ideas and great companies.
I run a global executive search firm, and 90% of our clients are technology companies. So, we're very, very familiar with technology, and I like to invest in technology companies if the right opportunity presents itself.
What are you looking for in the future? What are the kind of things that excite you?
Irish TV, I tell you. I mean, giving you an unabated plug here. When I was at the Global Forum there several months ago, I said to Enda Kenny, I said, it's a disgrace. I can watch Al Jazeera in Atlanta where I live, and I can't watch RTE. You know, there's no Irish TV in Atlanta, and it's an absolute. So I'm excited. This is wonderful. I really am. I've got 5 Irish kids, and I'd like to see them see a bit of Ireland, Irish TV, and you know, they can't even watch Dragon's Den in Atlanta.
Well, we're broadcasting on 39 PBS networks into 38 million homes across America.
Well, I've Comcast and Dish Network at home, but you know, let me know how to sign up.
Your thoughts on the Irish economy at the moment? What do you see for 2014, and what would you like the government to do?
I think the government needs to focus more on encouraging people to set up businesses. You know, instead of giving grants, I'd like to see them giving them capital gains tax breaks. You know, so that if you set up a business, if you build it for the next 10 years, you can sell it and don't pay any capital gains. I'd like to see them encouraging the diaspora to come back, giving financial incentives for the diaspora to come home. You know, so if I come back and live in Ireland and say I bring $1 million with me, they'll give me a $2 million tax break if I invest in companies and employ people in Ireland. So they're making no effort whatsoever to bring the diaspora home. You know, there's all this talk about the gathering, you know, but they need to give a financial incentive for people to come back to Ireland. You know, and so I've been investing in Ireland now for 20 years. You know, and I haven't had one email from the government.
People say that not enough has been done in the schools to encourage that entrepreneurial spirit.
Well, I mean, the whole school situation is going to change dramatically over the next 5 to 10 years. Massive open online courses are going to completely change the whole education system, which is a good thing, you know. And you know, when you look at what's happening in the world in education, you know, it's going to just completely change. I mean, so the idea of going to and getting your degree from UCD or Trinity, people will do a module here, a module there, they'll go over to another country, do another module. So I think it's going to be a complete transformation in education in the next 10 years.
Well, that's all we've time for on the programme this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join us next Thursday on Sky TV channel 191, Freesat 400. And if you missed anything, log on to our website, irishtv.ie. Until next week, from everybody that worked on the programme, Slán agus Beannacht.
About in Ireland every Thursday at 9 p.m. on Sky 191 and Freesat 400. Log on to irishtv.ie and watch hundreds of great TV features from every county in Ireland. Keep up to date with the local news and sport, or find out what's happening on the entertainment, business and tourism scene in your native county. You can also read the weekly Irish TV blog, register for our weekly newsletter, or download one of our radio podcasts. We also have loads of great prizes on our jam-packed Facebook and Twitter pages. That's irishtv.ie, local stories for a global audience.
Irish TV supports and promotes local businesses, festivals and events in every county in Ireland. Hundreds of thousands of TV viewers watch Irish TV every week, and we want to tell them about you. Our professional crew will capture the importance and essence of your business, festival or event, and will broadcast it to a local and global audience. Irish TV also offers exceptional TV advertising opportunities that are affordable and targeted. Get in touch with Irish TV today and watch your business grow. Irish TV, local stories, global audience.
Country Ears, for the very best and easy listening delivered straight to your TV. Mondays at 6 p.m, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m.